With a conversational machine tool, it's very important that we accurately describe our tools. The reason that we have to accurately describe our tools is Mazak, the control itself, the computer, is going to make decisions about cutter path based on those tool descriptions. We're using a VNMG tool. Obviously, a VNMG tool can dive down at sharper angles than a CNMG tool. A VNMG is a 35-degree diamond insert. The tool that we used over on the SL was an 80-degree diamond style insert, or a CNMG. We can't do the profiling with a CNMG that we can as a VNMG. The 35-degree diamond is for profiles. We're not cutting any profiles here, but I wanted to show you an assortment of tooling that we have at our disposal, at our use for these CNC machines. Obviously, the function menu key brings up a different set of functions on our soft keys. We're going to be leaving our programming and going into our tool data. One of our soft key functions is tool data. We hit the tool data, and we can see a list of described tooling. Tool number 1 is already described as a general outside tool that's a 35-degree insert. So this tool is already set up. If I need to adjust that tool or edit that tool, I would simply hit the edit button, and then I can come over here and change any of the information. You'll notice while I'm inputting information that I actually have pictures describing to me what it's asking for. When it asks for a cut angle or an edge angle, those are shown to me graphically on the Mazak. I'm going to tell it the shape of the tool is a general outside tool. The cut direction, I'm using a right-hand tool, and the cut direction of the spindle is going to be counterclockwise. Obviously, my nose radius, I mentioned this was a 432 insert. That 2 stands for a 30 seconds nose radius. The .0312 is the nose radius that I've described to the machine. The 95-degree cut angle is the distance from center line up to the leading edge of the tool. So I described that as 95 degrees. This tool has a 5-degree lead angle, and it's presented 90 degrees from the center line. We'll go much more in-depth on that in tooling nomenclature later in a different lesson. The edge angle of the tool, as I mentioned, it being a VNMG style insert, is a 35-degree angle. It's in a holder number 1, which is an external OD type grooving tool holder. Its usage is common. The width of the shank on the tool is 1 inch. And then we have the material is a carbide insert and a comment if you want to put a comment in it. This is for some extended tooling usage as far as repetitive tooling. We'll get into that in an advanced class. So we have a good description of our tool number 1. When I look at tool number 2, it also was the same tool that we just mounted. It is a grooving outside tool. It's got a 125 thickness of the tool. It's a right-hand tool counterclockwise. If I go to edit that tool, you can see that it is a grooving tool outside right hand. Nose radius, it has no nose radius. It is a sharp-nosed grooving tool. Groove depth is capable of grooving at least 3/4 of an inch deep. We're not using near that deep. The tip width of a grooving tool is 125. Once again, it's in a 1 style holder. It's a common tool used for roughing and finishing, and it's got a 1 inch shank. Our tools are now mounted and described. In the next video, we'll show you how to touch those tools off and set the geometry offsets.